It's a secret society. All they ask is trust. Blessings, people. I'm Magnetic Intuition. I hope all is well. I hope you're staying blessed. You already know I'm out here in nature. Let's get into it. So, of course, you know I got a topic for you. See, here's the thing, right? I believe that we use the word beautiful a little too loosely, right? The word handsome a little too loosely, right? Because it's a difference, right? You have the light, where beauty comes from within and expands out to your external, right? And then you have the dark side of it, right? When you can only see the beauty outside. But then when you get to know someone, you realize that the inside is full of evil, jealousy, and envy, right? In other words, they sold their soul, right? So today I definitely want to make that distinguished. We're going to distinguish the differences, right? Basically focusing on why it's important for you when you get married to know the person that you get married. Don't worry about the pressure of the outside world of you getting married, because you never know who you get married to. You never know who you're going to have children with, right? And of course, we're human, right? We're going to make mistakes, but we don't want to make those mistakes that can affect our lives for the rest of our lives, right? So, I can only speak from my experience and let you know what's been going on, right? Update you on what's been going on. So more or less, let's begin, right? So most of the time when we look at women, I'm a man, so I like women, right? I'm attracted to women, right? We see women with less clothes on as beautiful per se, right? Some of us look at it for what it is, right? Sex, whatever it may be, sexy, whatever it may be. We may not call those type of women we may not call those type of women beautiful, right? But more or less, is that woman the right person for you? Even if you go and have sex with that woman, is she considered the perfect match for you? What are you giving to this woman? What type of energy are you giving to this woman? Because as I talked about in other videos, when you sell your soul and you give yourself to the dark side, right? These people, they don't have energy, so they gotta obtain energy, right? So a lot of times men, they grow up and they're able to make it to the league, the NFL, the NBA, soccer, football, you know? Whatever you may like to call it, right? Worldwide, and they don't understand the traps that they get themselves into because, of course, in this world, we're taught to look at women from the outside, right? And same thing with men for women, right? Y'all look at men and y'all look at it as height, being handsome, and y'all look at things from the outside, right? This is something that we all struggle with, right? And then later in life, we learn that those things don't matter. What matters is what comes within and goes externally out. Do you have a connection with the Most High Yahweh, Creator? Because lives have been destroyed. Getting married to the wrong people, having children with the wrong people, and even getting in relationships with the wrong people, right? So I want to say this is probably a video for the younger generation, right? Before you decide to jump into having sex and, you know, thinking you're in love because you had sex and etc. I want you to realize that those type of women are nothing. Those type of women and those type of men, they have to grow as well. They don't know who they are. They're too young. I know y'all heard that distraction right there. The government got this whole thing going where they try to distract me with planes now. Pretty insane, but hey, they'll let you know who I am, right? So back to this, right? That's how they know this message is so strong, is that we must take our time in life when we're picking partners. Beauty is more than looks, your height, how big a woman's butt is. And I'm guilty for that, right? I went that route in the past, right? Ex-girlfriend had a body on her. And I used my lower organs to decide who I was going to get in a relationship with. And turn out she's a cult member. So look at that, right? I'm definitely your example, right? And like I said, that's why they wanted to distract you with all that noise. Because that noise is unbearable. Like, even me, I had to stop for a minute. Because I know you couldn't hear me unless that government plane passed by. But anyway, more or less, before you rush into anything, please, I beg you, please, understand the difference between the devil is beautiful and the Most High is beautiful. Your creator. And the only way we can understand these things is if we do the research, if we work on ourselves, if we get closer to the Most High, if we get connected to spirit, right? Get connected to our ancestors. They could give us a hint on who's who and what's what. We have to understand the energy around us and who we're bringing into our lives. So I pray that you use the knowledge, you turn it into wisdom. Stay blessed, people. Stay motivated. I'm Magnetic Intuition. Blessings.